Now he starts to say this fact that yet look how far the substance of my praise does wrong the shadow. Now he is actually talking about the substance of his praise. Now what is the substance of his praise that he is using over here? The basic substance of his praise that he is using to praise the portrait of Portia is the words that he is using so as to praise it. Now here he is saying over here that the substance of his praise does wrong the shadow. That means the substance of the words that he was using over here to explain and define the beauty of Portia's portrait, they are running short of. And that is why he is not able to describe that portrait in such a beautiful manner. And that's why it's written here that my praise does wrong the shadow in underprizing it. Underprizing means that in a way he was underestimating the portrait by using lesser words, or you can say words of lesser value. Then further he says, so far this shadow does limp behind the substance. Now he says, similarly, as I'm running short of words to define the beauty of this portrait, similarly he says that he was himself running short of the word. I mean, as he says that he was actually running short of words to define the beauty of your portrait, and in a way he was actually underpricing it. Similarly he says, so far the shadow. Similarly he compares, saying that similarly if I compare this shadow to the real Portia, then it is also in a way underpricing it. That means it is also actually limping behind. Limping behind here refers to, for you can say somewhere it's somewhat far beyond the real Portia. So he is actually, in a way, initially he has compared the words that he was using to praise the portrait of Portia, and then later on he starts to compare the words to the portrait, and later on he starts to compare the portrait in itself to real Portia, believing the fact that the real Portia was far beautiful as compared to the portrait in itself. Then he says, here's the scroll, the continent and the summary of my fortune. Now what he saw is, then he saw a scroll. A scroll means, actually it was a written kind of a paper in which the details were written. So he finds a scroll. So he says that here's a scroll, the continent and the summary of my fortune. That means here is the scroll that I find out here in this casket, and in the scroll the sum, continent here refers to the sum and the gist of my fortune. That means you can say that particular scroll was actually a kind of a summary of the fortune which Bassanio was going to have in future. Okay, now he reads this scroll. It says, you that choose not by the view. Now this is what is mentioned, you over here is, you here refers to the reader. It's not only Bassanio, though he was only the one who has actually found out that particular scroll, but here it has been said you for all the readers, or the reader who actually opens the lead casket. So therefore he says that Bassanio, you are the one who has not chosen by the view. That means you are the one who hasn't chosen things on the basis of the outer appearance of things. Therefore he says that as you have not chosen by the view, chance as fair and choose as true. Now he says that you are actually chance as fair. That means you have actually got a better luck, a better chance. And then he says, as you have chosen true, since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new. Now he says that as you have got a good chance, and you have also on top of that choose as true. That means you have actually made the correct choice. So since this is your fortune, or since this is what you are going to face as your fortune, he says, be content, be satisfied, and seek no new, and seek for no more new things. That means seek for no more new opportunities in your life. He says, if you be well pleased with this and hold your fortune for your bliss. Now he says, if you are really very happy with this, or if you are actually pleased with what kind of fortune you are able to find out here, then he says, and then you should hold your fortune for your bliss. That means you must consider that your fortune has actually meant what? Happiness for you. That means your hold your fortune for your bliss means that you can consider this fact very well. Hold your first to consider this fact very well. Consider that your fortune was actually meaning to convey you happiness and nothing else. Now he says, turn you where your lady is. That means you can now turn to the lady, to wherever your lady is, and then you can kiss the lady. Now he says that you have, and you can claim her with a loving kiss. That means you are the one who has got the right that you can kiss the lady. A gentle scroll, fair lady, by your leave. Now he says a gentle scroll, fair lady, by your leave means by your permission, and then he kisses her. Now please understand one point. One question may be probed to you in this manner, that who was the person who found the gentle scroll, and then the questions will be added to it, that which suitor found the gentle scroll, what did he find inside the casket, which casket has he chosen, where has he come from. So all those questions may be put up. Okay, now for this your answer will only be that it was Bassanio who actually found the gentle scroll. Gentle scroll, why? Because he was able to select the right casket. Where has he found that casket? That scroll, he has actually found it in the right lead casket, and moreover he has come from Venice to present himself as an eligible suitor to Portia there in Belmont. Okay. Then further it is written, I come by note to give and to receive, like one of two contending in a prize. Now he is saying that I have come by this particular note, that means this particular scroll, that I have the right to receive and to give one kiss, like one of two contending in a prize. That means it's just like there are two people competing for the same prize. Now who are the two people over here? The two people over here are Portia and Bassanio themselves, and they are competing for a prize. What is the prize for them is that they both are getting married to each other. Okay, so that's what is written here, that it seems as if they both are just a kind of, you can say, competitors who have got the right to give and to receive, and that is to give a kiss and to receive one, like one of two contending in a prize. That means, and it's just like they both are similar, as if they are competing for one similar kind of prize. That he thinks he had done well in people's eyes, hearing applause and universal shout. Giddy in spirit, still gazing in a doubt whether those peals of praise be his or no. Now that he thinks, who is that he here? The competitor. So he says that the competitors among us, that means both the competitors, both of them feel as if they have done well in people's eyes, means as if they have performed well in the eyes of the people. But further he says, why he says that he feels that he has done well in the eyes of people is just because he was able to hear what? Applause. That means he was able to hear that the people were applauding. They were actually clapping and praising them for their win. So he says that hearing applause and universal shout, that means, and they were also realized that actually they have done well in the eyes of the people, because everybody was shouting for them, shouting out aloud for them, universal shout. Giddy in spirit, and then too they were giddy in spirit. Giddy in spirit means then too they were lost in thoughts, still thinking, still unable to believe and wondering. That means still they were wondering whether, with a sense of doubt, whether those peals of praise be his or no, whether those words which have been used over there to praise both of them, they belong to them or not. Therefore he says, so thrice fair lady, stand I even so, as doubtful whether I see be true. Now he says, therefore thrice fair lady. Now here thrice fair lady, he is talking or referring to Portia, in the terms of her virtues, the characteristics, the beauty, the living, the riches, the family, the, you can say, royalty that she was holding. So he says that, so thrice fair lady, even I stand, I even so, like means I am also standing in that same position, and with that same position of doubt, as doubtful whether I see be true. That means whatever I am now able to see, whether it's absolutely true or not, until confirmed, signed, ratified by you. That means until I am confirmed, signed and ratified by you, means actually signed and approved by you. That means I will not be satisfied unless and until it is not confirmed and approved from your side. Okay.